Hey guys, what's going on? Back with another video. Today we're going to be modifying the Acura RSX Type S. You don't see these cars a lot anymore. I'm pretty sure they were made from like early 2000s to maybe 2006, and the Type S is even that's even a higher level of scarcity. And of course this car actually has a Honda exhaust mod on it, so it does sound like a Honda, but a good Honda. And on top of that, the handling is very realistic. You get a lot of body roll, it doesn't break immediately, and most importantly, there's just not a ton of traction. It is front wheel drive as well, but that's why I like it, is because it's not a go-kart. You can hear too if we do a little burnout. The exhaust is fantastic. Yeah, there's a ton of body roll, but that actually is what makes it so fun, and I bet with a wheel, it would feel almost like a racing game, and not like the traditional Grand Theft Auto handling, which is you're on rails. So I think it's a great looking car right off the bat. There is a lot to modify, well, sort of a lot, but let's start with the engine. There it is, the VTEC, which has a great sound to it. The plate, is it even worth it? We don't need a roll cage. The bumpers, this is where it gets good. There's a ton of options for the bumpers here. The Mugen one looks very nice, but I think we're gonna have to go with... well, there should be fog lights there, so it looks a little goofy being that empty. You know what, I'm gonna go with this one here. The charge speed front bumper. Now we'll go to the rear, because the skirts probably won't matter that much. What does the Mugen look like? I'll actually... do we want the Mugen? Yeah, I'll do Mugen.
That's what you asked for.
And now the side skirts. What do you think? Bomax? I mean, they all kind of look good. I don't like that little fake scoop there. Kind of looks a little, I don't know. Just don't like it. So what should we do? I'll go with that. Again, the charge speed. Now let's get to the brakes, I don't know, all the basic stuff. Let's just upgrade the transmission. It definitely needs a turbo. Now the hood. Any carbon fiber? Yeah, I'll do a carbon fiber hood. It kind of pulls it off, and man, that is just a fantastic carbon fiber texture. Whoever created this and did this mod did a really nice job. To be honest with you, the front bumper is looking a little bit ugly now. It's just a very strange look. Let me see if I can, if that's actually the hood. Yeah, I actually am going to change that. We'll go with this one here. It's a little Fast and the Furious, but really, who cares at this point? The wheels. Now, tuner is probably most appropriate. You don't want wheels that are huge, but then sport is one size up. Yeah, we'll do sport. Those look perfect. That is something that you would absolutely see on an Acura, on a slightly tuned Honda. I like the red on white, but I'll consider changing the color. Now the spoiler is going to be super controversial, but in the real world, people who modify these cars, I know that you're looking at this right now and saying, oh, you're going to rice it out, it's, you know, it shouldn't have that spoiler. But I remember watching videos on these cars, the RSXs, and apparently the Mugen body kit is very coveted. Apparently people really want like a full Mugen body kit. The wing doesn't look bad, so I'm actually going to do the wing. And now we got to get to the respray, whatever color that may be. Okay, so I think this is it. I think the color I'm going to pick is surf blue. There was a guy in my area, I was going to say kid, but it was a guy, that used to have an RSX Type S in this color. And he repainted it, and it wasn't the best paint job. I think he did it himself, but it was actually in that Laguna Seca blue that you see in the BMW. So I'm going to stick with this. Maybe can we get a little more shine on it? I think that looks really good, actually. And now, what are we changing inside? I don't really want to mess with the interior too much. Maybe a light gray interior. What else is there? What are the accents? Can we do? I wish we could do the calipers, but I don't think we can. And yeah, what do you think? The only thing that conflicts just a little bit is the carbon fiber hood, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, and the tint. It's a Honda. I'm sorry not to go off the stereotypes, but it most absolutely, certainly needs tint. And don't tell me this is the one car. Am I nuts? Is there no window tint? There isn't. There isn't at all. Okay, there's a first for everything, I suppose, but let's take it out and see how it sounds. Okay, and just to get it a little locked in, I'm going to change the wheel fitment. As you can see, it's a little bit flushed out there in the back. Maybe the front just a little bit. The front width. That actually doesn't look that bad, though I don't want it to look goofy. And we can do a tiny more visual lowering, and I think that about does it. So let's go hear how it sounds. Yeah, there's no traction. The traction is it's a thing of the past, but that's why I like it. You know what? A word to the modders out there. Those of you who are doing these cars, please make the handling more difficult. It makes the car genuinely so much more fun to drive. Ready? No brake, just flooring it. Oh, this is gonna scream in the parking garage. Definitely straight out of the Fast and the Furious, man. And we can drift this time. See? Man, that is one loud car. But properly tuned Hondas have just amazing exhaust notes. I'm afraid of braking. You really have to... Oh! We're gonna take this thing out on the highway. So listen to it here. Now get a little traction, please. It's very hard to control, though the backfire is great. If I was a millionaire, I would not go out and buy a Ferrari. I wouldn't go out and buy a GT3 RS or anything like that. The first thing I would do is go around collecting as many of these low mileage classic tuners, though this one I don't think is nearly as popular, as I could. I would preserve as many as I can. Let's get a top speed clocked in here. If I can even control it in first person. What are we... Ooh, definitely not the prettiest interior. Rather hideous, actually. I don't know what we're hitting. Maybe 130-ish? Ooh, easy. Almost lost control there. Now let's hear how it sounds through our legendary tunnel for exhaust notes. It does sound like a Honda. It really does. You can hear that deep little VTEC growl kick in. Let's show up this Ford GT. How about that? and a Viper, a Banshee. Oh man, if you had this car with a wheel, which I do but I'm not using right now, and a stick shift, whoever did this handling is just really smart because it emulates a racing game perfectly. When people first play racing simulators, they're like, wait a second, is something wrong with my wheel? It's like, no, it's actually, you actually have to try to stay on the road. It's not Forza. Maybe some of the gearing needs to be worked out. These back roads are perfect for it. Well, not even a back road, but the twisties is what the car culture refers to them as. The twisties or something like that. Oh, swerve right into my lane, why don't you? Yeah, it's hard to control, it is, but I like it. It's more challenging. Easy. Why? Don't swerve into my lane. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video of the Acura RSX Type S. Just for fun, you guys should go into Google and see how much these are going for and how high the mileage is. It's crazy. Some of them have like 200,000 miles and stuff. This is, again, the type of car that I would just love to get and preserve, or swap the engine or something like a K24 in it. Because it's, again, I don't want to say a dying breed. I don't think 4-cylinders are a dying breed, especially with emissions nowadays. But being able to find them, especially at an affordable price, is even more so difficult. It's a great looking car. It really is a great looking car. I'm shocked I don't hear as much about them. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.